Hey everyone, we're live with Fleet Week. This is day two of SIPPIO's Fleet Week, our week of digital learning and community building and community engagement with our customers, our channel partners, our service providers, our friends, and our industry analysts. This session here is one that I think most people have been looking forward to. I've been looking forward to it a ton. The innovation roadmap. We've talked a lot about where we've been. Now it's time to talk about where we're going. And we've got some really interesting things under development, specifically around AI and some other updates to share with you. I'm really excited to walk you through what we're doing, what we're building, and when you can kind of expect it from us. So let me introduce one of my peers. I love working with him, George Tarzi. He is the Director of Innovation and Development here at SIPPIO. His contact information is on the screen below. With George as our head of innovation efforts, we're leaning into AI and the Microsoft and Zoom-based tools. Our ultimate goal is to change how people engage and interact with the apps and tools from click here, select this from a dropdown, and turn it into conversations. Our main mission is to cut down on the clicks and to make, ordering new service, creating quotes, changing configurations as easy as talking to someone. So that's our vision. The vision is we want to empower users to tell the tool what's needed via a prompt, written or speech, and using AI tools from all leading industry sources. They're already ready to do this. It's just a matter of infusing it in. And George is leading the way on that. Before we jump into the roadmap, let's take a look at Fleet Week's agenda. So, this is the fourth session. This is the innovation roadmap. Yesterday, if you missed it, we had our opening keynote. We were joined by Jeremy Friedberg from Friedberg PC to talk about his experience moving to SIPPIO. We were joined by Zayas Caravala of ZK Research and Taimur Hussain from Microsoft. They provided some industry insight and analysis for service providers, channel partners, customers. We had a customer-facing session on the value of migrating to a modern communications platform using Microsoft Teams as your communications platform or Zoom, and infusing AI into those discussions to help you drive down your costs in telecom, to help you increase productivity among your end users, and to help you harness AI. This morning, we had an industry analyst event to kind of walk you through what SIPPIO has been up to since we met with them last. And again, today we're here to talk about what's to come, the roadmap. So, George, you want to give everybody just a quick introduction and an update on your new role?
Sure. Thanks, Steve. Thanks for that introduction. Hi, everyone. George Tarzi. I'm the Director of Development and Innovation here at SIPPIO. So I basically am in charge of everything to do with Partner Portal. It's been kind of our project baby for the past couple years. To see it from where it was even 2 years ago to where it is today, it's almost a completely different product. So we're really, really excited to show you what's next on the horizon for the Partner Portal. And special thank you for Steve for letting me out of the IT basement to be able to talk to all of you. And really looking forward to showing you what we got.
Awesome. So I think, any of these types of sessions, it's good, in my opinion, to kind of start of what have we done? So let's take a quick, few minutes to just look back at what we've done over the past, say, 6 months in our Incipio portal to make it easier for partners and for end customers to voice enable teams and to manage their environments. You want to walk us through that, George?
Yeah, absolutely. So just in this past year, I'd say in the last 8 months, we've released hundreds of enhancements and features in the partner portal. I want to focus on a few that seem to be top of mind. Number one would be in the business development section. So we migrated all of our marketing materials to a place directly in the partner portal. So anytime you need to look for any marketing collateral, videos, anything like that, it's now a one-stop shop from within the portal. What you can also do is set up your own marketing library to present to your partners and end customers as well. You can populate it with all of your collateral so that they have everything there. Everything can be branded with your branding, and that is live in the partner portal right now. So you can go in and get that set up. We've also added a lot of automation to the partner portal. Now, when I'm talking automation, I'm talking more on the provisioning side. So in the US, for example, you can go from submitting an order to having a working number literally within minutes. We can activate a new number immediately. We can also publish that number to either Operator Connect, Zoom, or direct routing right from within the portal. And you'll be up and running with a dial tone within minutes. We've also automated most of the porting as well for the United States. So you can begin the porting process from right within the portal. You can create an LOA, get a signature, upload any documents that need uploading to be submitted to the carrier, all the way up to port activation. So all of that can be done without the need to talk to anybody, all automated from within the portal. We've also added a whole suite of reporting
Hey,
options in the
George,
partner
can I
portal.
just
Yeah,
quickly stop you on the
absolutely.
automation piece? I think this is really important. Porting is one of the black magic areas for a lot of service providers, a lot of carrier, or a lot of managed service providers and channel partners especially are kind of fearful of this because, and it's the main barrier for them offering, a telecom like product like what we offer to, voice enable Teams or Zoom is this fear of porting. And I think the work that you and the team have done on digitizing a part of a very manual process, in the past, LOAs were download the LOA, fill it out, have your customer sign it, scan it, send it back. To digitize that and to digitize that journey, I think is really a difference maker for us. And then to your point, and I don't know if Tammy's team's on the call or not, but it's really there's a certain element where experience kind of kicks in. That you can digitize so much of it, but then the experience kind of kicks in. And you've worked hand in glove from a development perspective on digitizing that which can be digitized, and then the handoff to Tammy and our porting team is really enabled a very smooth process. And I can tell you from discussions with channel partners and MSPs that we've brought in through our PAX 8 relationship starting in January, this is one of the big game breakers for them that they just see this as a tremendous opportunity to say, hey, it's not so scary, it's not black magic, and that blend of technology plus experience is something really really unique. So I just wanted to quickly just point that out, the impact of that one bullet there, and give Tammy's team a little bit of a kudos as well, because it really makes a smooth teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work, as they say, right? So
Absolutely. No, absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself. Um, as you said, we tried to digitize everything as much as possible. So, I mean, for I'd say 90% of your porting needs, you can do pretty much everything from right within the partner portal with no intervention. In case of those odd, circumstances where you do need some intervention, we have our fully integrated message center from right within the partner portal as well. So no need to jump on a call. You can simply message with our LMP team back and forth. We can get everything, taken care of, and you'll be on your way with your port. So that was a really big launch for us, and we're really happy with it. We're eventually, obviously, going to be now spreading this out to other countries as well. So Canada, UK, Europe, et cetera, et cetera. As you know, as Steve said, porting can be a bit of a minefield once we start to get to those countries. So we will try to make that process as simple as possible for you. Moving on to reporting, we've added a full suite of reports to the partner portal, ranging from active customers, active numbers, all the way to ordering and orders, quotes, and invoicing reports as well. We've also just launched a subscription ability for the reporting. So if you want to receive these reports on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, you can go in and subscribe to those reports and get those reports anytime that you'd like. We're also looking at expanding, or we did expand, excuse me, our white label flexibility. So not only are you able to adjust your logo on the partner portal, we have now automated the custom URL creation as well. So if you did want to offer your partners or end customers access to the partner portal, you can completely customize the URL to anything that you'd like. It doesn't have to be partner.sippio.io. It can be whatever you'd like, and that customization is fully automated and from within the partner portal. Now, that's in addition to the external landing page that we offer as well, which is again fully customizable. You can set up that landing page. It's active for all our partners right now. Again, you can completely automate that URL, so it's just an offshoot of your current landing page or your current website. You can completely customize the look and branding of the external site as well, so it completely matches your branding, and that allows you to not only expose your products and services from SIPPIO, but also allows the end customer to transact from that website. They can actually go through and place an order on that external website. You will receive all the information on the partner portal, and then you can go ahead and act upon that order and fulfill it right from there. So
Yeah,
lots
and
of, sorry, go ahead, Steve.
I was just going to say, I think that's another important piece. During today's analyst event, we talked about how we've built a thriving channel, and I use the analogy of a tree. You build a strong channel by understanding that the channel is not just one thing. It's not a tree, it's the branches of the tree. Everybody has different wants and needs depending on how you categorize yourself. So, some of our sales agent partners, they want to resell the SIPPIO brand. They want to, bring this solution to market, but ultimately the customer relationship is between SIPPIO and the end customer organization. But then there's a lot of other offshoots, a lot of different branches of the tree, our managed service providers, some of our value added resellers, some of our service providers that are going to say, you know what, I want to make this my own. I want to have a first party offering. I want, I don't want people to know that, this is a SIPPIO based solution, or that SIPPIO is in the stew, so to speak. I want this to be positioned as my own solution. I want to stand on our shoulders and kind of accelerate in. So offering that white label flexibility, I think, is huge. And what we've heard from some of those partners, especially as we've started to expose, to your point, some of those landing pages, is those are actually full e-commerce storefronts. So partners can leverage our platform at no cost, other than offering SIPPIO services, to then enable a full e-commerce storefront, which is going to help a lot of channel partners drive farther down market into that sub 500 user space where the bulk of the team's customers are, with a self-service rapid quote rapid activation solution, without having to give up control of the customer, or without having to identify that this is a SIPPIO based product. Again, we stand behind our partners, and the success, or their success, is our success, and we want to give them that flexibility to bring this to market in a way that makes sense for them, not just hey, here's a product to go sell it. So with that said, it's good to look back on where we've been. I think it's more important, and the whole point of this session, why most people are on here, is to look where we're going. So let's take a peek at what we've got. Now, when you first gave me the roadmap, there was like 100 something items on the roadmap, and I said, George, we only got an hour here. We gotta kind of focus this in certain areas. So as we were kind of thinking about this, I think we came out that there were 4 key topic areas that we think people are really going to be interested in hearing about. If you want to get into the deeper list, I gave you George's contact info in the beginning. We will put it back up at the end. So this way you can kind of reach out and we can schedule a deeper dive one-on-one with you. But the 4 key areas that I think we're going to talk about here today are some of what you guys in the team are working on with artificial intelligence. We talked about trying to leverage AI to minimize the clicks and turn it into conversations. Direct routing is not dead. There's still a lot of use cases for direct routing, but we make things fast, easy, flexible. And what we did with voice panel with direct routing, you've got some plans there, so I think it's worth talking about. Our marketplace strategy. So we offer calling and beyond. We don't just enable calling in Teams, we enable conversations. So what you're building with the marketplace to continue expanding that toolkit, I think, is something we want to bring to the surface. And then finally, for our channel partners and our service providers out there, some of the enhancements to the way that you build quotes and the way that you position or offer services to your customers to empower them, whether it's self-service or just streamlining what was kind of like a dark back room kind of process for many customers of like, how hard is it to quote something? I can go to Amazon on my cell phone and order a new thing and it shows up the same day in some cases. Why does it take so long to build a quote for, so just getting calling? So some of the work you guys have done there. So those are the four key topic areas that we're going to cover here today. And let's dive into what I think is probably the most exciting one, at least for me, because I'm an AI optimist. I think there's a ton of opportunity to leverage AI. We've been writing about it on the website. I've been an early adopter using AI. I honestly feel it's helping me punch way above my weight, to really help us accelerate into the market. Let's talk about what we're doing with AI. Let's talk about how you're going to leverage AI in SIPPIO Portal to streamline, some of the really tedious stuff that we put on partners. Can you walk us through a little bit of what your vision is, what steps you're taking to get there, and what we can expect once it starts to hit the platform?
Yeah, absolutely. So our whole idea with the AI integration, as we said earlier, is we want to limit the amount of clicks it takes to do something. So, for example, let's take the example on the screen right now where it's placing an order. Normally you would go in, place the order, select the country, select the customer, select the product. How many do you need? What address is it going to? It's a bit of a tedious process. Now, our goal with the AI integration in this piece is to take that process and make it as easy as just having a conversation. So in the example here, for example, I'm asking the SIPPIO platform to create an order. I want two voice connects, two SMSs, and I want them both applied to a service address that's already within my account. The system will then go in. It will know who you are because you're logged in, so it knows the SKU access you have. It knows your pricing because again you're logged in. It will then build the quote for you. It will produce this pop-up to let you know, here's the quote that you requested. Have a look. Is it okay? Submit if it is. If not, you can talk to the AI and make any changes that you'd like. Now that's just the first piece. Once we move past the ordering piece, there's still provisioning. There's still setting up the tenant. So we wanted this AI feature to kind of be all-encompassing. So after you place the order, for example, let's say we wanted to activate the text messaging. You can simply ask the system to begin the provisioning process for the text message. And then it's a simple question and answer. What's your tenant ID? What's the user ID that you want to apply to this? What are the numbers that you want to apply to this? As simple as having a conversation, either by typing or by voice. That will really not only lessen the number of clicks it takes to actually do something, but it will make the user experience a lot better because you're not going through and clicking and looking for things. You're simply just having a simple conversation, and whatever you're saying in plain language is being processed and displayed to you right on the screen. Now, we also want to expand the capability is if you have any questions. So for example, if you are having trouble setting up a call queue or an auto attendant in your tenant, you can simply ask, how do I do this? The system will then, give you either step-by-step instructions, point you to the correct site or material where it has all the information, or even produce a video to let you know exactly how to do it. The whole encompassing idea is to make the partner portal as quick and as easy as just having a simple conversation with somebody. I think it's going to really change the way people are going to use the partner portal. And it's going to make things not only a lot easier, but it's going to make things flow a lot quicker because you're not sitting there creating that quote from scratch. You're simply letting the system know, this is what I want, this is when I want it, this is where I want it, and it will get produced for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the quoting assistant, right? But I think to your
Yeah.
point, it's going to do so much more than just quotes. Over time, it will be your one-stop, your SIPPIO buddy to basically say, what do you need? And here's how you do it, or I'll do it for you. Leveraging API integrations, we could potentially do a lot of the config work based off of what you tell the bot to do. So if you want to your point, activate text messaging for these phone numbers for this customer, you can just go do it. Or that's the vision, is that we want to eliminate you having to go and hunt through menus and find what you're looking for and then start building things step by step by step. That's so 1990s. With AI, it's really going to change the game. We talk about AI for things like Copilot with, gaining insights into conversations. We talked about, the interview blog post that we've got on the website. But I think applying this to Portal is really going to be a difference maker compared to, everything else that's out there, because, it can still be somewhat kind of trite to have to click around to find exactly what you're looking for. Sometimes there's not really the perfect fit for what you're looking for. So being able to have that conversation again by text or by voice, I think is going to be powerful. I could imagine saving this onto my cell phone as a shortcut, and basically just hit the button and say, hey, I need 5 seats quoted for such and such customer, and have automatically just all of a sudden it shows up in my inbox. That to me is magic. So what you guys are working on there now? When are we anticipating this hitting the platform in its early stages?
Yeah, so the first phase, we're looking at early 2025. We're working right now towards this. We're in kind of like a pre-alpha. Yeah, early 2025 is what we're anticipating for the first phase or first release.
Okay, great. I can't wait. I can't wait to be part of the alpha test. I can't wait to be a beta test. And I'm sure any of the channel partners that are on the call that want to join us in testing that once it's ready, let us know. Let your channel account manager know. Let us know, and we'll bring you in, because the more feedback we have, the more we can kind of steer development. And we
Exactly.
want to have a very open development environment where we have a good back and forth, because that's where the best products come from, right?
Yep, you said it. Your feedback is invaluable to us. So any suggestions you have, or anything that you can give us, please, by all means. I'll take it in like a sponge.
Awesome. So now let's take a next step. So AI, we've got it set up. Less clicks, more conversation. Let's talk about direct routing. So, there's this perception in the marketplace that, do you need direct routing? Do you need operator connect? What's the difference between the two environments? And then you've got people beating their chest saying, well, no, this one's better. No, that one's better. No, this one's better. No, that one's better. And I kind of think of the Tony Stark from Iron Man. Is it too much to ask for both? And I think one of those places where, there are places where Operator Connect obviously is a much easier pipe to go down to get service up and running. And obviously we're invested there. We're an Operator Connect partner. We're an Operator Connect accelerator. We help a lot of service providers enter that space. But there still is a place for direct routing as well in this world. The problem with direct routing is it's such a science project. I mean, when I came here, it it was so intimidating. It took me forever to kind of wrap my head around what is direct routing, how does it work. There's all these lines of code that you got to write in PowerShell in order to get numbers provisioned and whatnot. And what we built from the very beginning was, we said technology is too complicated. We want to make technology easy. We want to make it fast, and we want to make it flexible. So what you and the team had done way back when is, you said, you know what? You don't need to have all this code. You don't need to type all this code in to create call routes or to assign users. And you launched Voice Panel. And Voice Panel was really a game changer in the early days of direct routing, because now, instead of a million clicks and a million lines of code, what was it, 6 clicks? I think it was when
Yep.
Rob showed me the demo of this, and my mind was just like, I was reading all the technical documentation. It's like, oh my gosh. And Rob showed it to me, and I'm thinking, wow, graphical, easy to understand, easy to use. But in today's world, with everything running on Operator Connect, so to speak, where does direct routing fit? And why is it important? And what are you guys doing with direct routing to kind of keep it up to date and keep it modernized with our fast, easy, flexible promise?
Yep, I'm glad you asked. So, like you said, direct routing is not going anywhere. There's still a massive number of users on direct routing. Now, the one advantage that Operator Connect has over direct routing is its ease of use, ease of provisioning. With Operator Connect, it's simply selecting your number, publishing it to the tenant, and it basically all works. There's no need for propagation, no need for PowerShell, nothing like that. What our goal with the direct routing enhancements is to kind of bridge that gap. We want to make direct routing setup as easy as it is with Operator Connect. So our goal here is to revamp the provisioning of direct routing to be one click. We want all the domain creation, the TXT values, the DNS, all of that to be done in one step. So it will take the 6, 7 clicks that we have now. It will condense it all into one easy step, and it will be almost on par with how easy Operator Connect is to set up. Absolutely no PowerShell knowledge, absolutely no telecommunications knowledge needed. All you really need to know, where do you want your data to flow? We have our 8, no, soon to be 9 data centers around the world. So we will still have that flexibility that you all know and love with SIPPIO, where you can select which routes you want your calls to flow through. If you don't want it to flow through a particular region, absolutely no problem. But we'll remove all of the tediousness, difficulty, and technicality from it so that anyone can do it. You don't have to be a Microsoft certified engineer to set up direct routing. It's as simple as clicking setup, and starting to assign your users to numbers. Now, the beauty of this is we're leveraging the brand new, some even unreleased APIs to take advantage of this. So once it's done, we're anticipating by the end of the year this should be ready to go. It will make the direct routing provisioning just as easy, if not easier, than Operator Connect. Where it used to take, like Steve said, it used to take like a science experiment to get it going. It will be so easy your grandma can use it. That's kind of the philosophy we're going through with the portal lately.
Yeah, and I think what this will do for partners is it will create more of that one-stop shop. I want to turn on calling in Teams. If I'm a customer and I go to the Operator Connect marketplace and I click on any of the tiles, I'm usually brought to a web page that introduces choice. You want to turn on calling Teams? Do you need direct routing? Do you need Operator Connect? Do you need a calling plan? And many customers or many suppliers confuse the idea that customers want choice. Choice is a tax. What customers want is confidence in the choice presented. And using the SIPPIO platform, the answer will be yes. Do you use Operator Connect? Sure, where it makes sense. In some countries where Operator Connect's not really a viable option yet, direct routing makes sense. But you're not going to have compromises in the user experience, no matter where it happens to go. If for whatever reason your customer wants that direct routing experience because they may be operating a multi-vendor environment, maybe I'm using Zoom and I'm using Teams, and I'm supporting both. It's common in higher education. Having the direct routing experience where all of your number inventories are managed in one place in the SIPPIO portal may be desirable, but we don't want to make you make the sacrifices. We don't want to make the compromises that come from potentially not using Operator Connect in certain ways, or using Operator Connect when you'd prefer direct routing. The platform is going to give you both options, and it's going to give you the simplicity no matter which pipe you happen to use, because ultimately that's what direct routing and Operator Connect are. They're just pipes into Teams. Customers are buying the destination. I want to enable calling in Teams. That's the destination. Direct routing, Operator Connect, those are just routes to the destination. Customers aren't buying the routes, they're buying the destination. And with this platform, they're both going to be just lightning fast. So really, really excited with what you guys are doing on the platform. Simplifying something that was 100 lines of code for X number of users to 6 clicks. Now we're bringing that down to 1 click. Super, super powerful. And voice panel is just, everybody that sees it loves it because it just visualizes, building call routes and everything else.
Yeah, it's great. It's one of my favorite products that we've pushed out, and not only will we make this easier for direct routing, but for those customers who really do insist on Operator Connect, and let's say they're already on direct routing now, they really insist going on Operator Connect. This is another little sneak peek we're actually working on right now. We're actually working on also a migration service, a one-click migration service to take your customers from direct routing to Operator Connect in case that does come up. So something else to look forward to in terms of direct routing.
That'll be awesome for service providers
Yeah.
because many of them have built built bases on direct routing. And if they want to try and kind of bring their customers over to the Operator Connect marketplace for revenue targets or for just simplicity purposes, whatever reason they want, If you guys build that migration capability, that'll be huge. So direct routing, artificial intelligence. Now let's talk about marketplace. So, since the beginning of this year, we've started to build out our calling and beyond family of solutions. So we've got SIPPIO calling or SIPPIO Connect for calling. We've got SIPPIO text messaging by ClerkChat. We've got SIPPIO mobile by Tango Networks. We've got SIPPIO reporting and recording AI by Analytics 365. And then we've added Solgari to help those customers that need that full contact center. We're building out this family of third-party products, leveraging friends who are recognized as industry leaders, best in class solution providers. But we also kind of realized, why are we forcing our opinions on a channel partner or a customer to say, well, I don't want to use Solgari. I'd rather use something else, or I don't want to use SIPPIO text messaging by ClerkChat. I'd rather use something else. So we launched this idea of building a marketplace, creating a place where third-party ISVs, service providers, and managed service providers, all three different constituencies, could bring their product, whether those were applications that complement Microsoft Teams or Zoom, whether they were operators, whether they were managed service providers offering, bundles of managed services or implementation services for partners that need them. And we had this idea of building out a standalone marketplace for these, offers to be available to channel partners to introduce to their customers. And we've had a little bit of a change in strategy on that. Do you want to walk through what we're doing with Marketplace, what the strategy is, and how it's going to make life even easier for our partners and for their end customers to really build out a more complete solution for enabling conversations and teams?
Absolutely. So, as you said, we started with this idea of having a standalone marketplace where we would fill with all these great products. But then we started to think, but the portal is already a one-stop shop. Why not continue on that premise and combine the great pieces of that standalone marketplace and integrate them within the portal? So a couple of enhancements that we're going to be doing is, number one, the catalog is going to look very different. Right now, it's kind of static page with all the information that you need right there. We're going to be adding more multimedia, screenshots, videos, even reviews if you'd like to show them. That will be on there as well. What the other things that we're going to be doing in this marketplace strategy is, we're going to make not only the creation and customization of SKUs more easier, but also pushing the SKUs down to your partner much easier. It's going to be a simple one click. You can decide what products you want to offer your partners and your end customers. You simply select it from a list, push it to those particular customers. You can adjust if you have special pricing for any particular partner. You can do all that customization from within the marketplace. What we're also going to be doing with the marketplace is allowing you to create your own SKUs if you wanted to offer them to your partners and end customers. You can go in, create your full SKU listing if you'd like, and again, one click push down, publishing down to your partners and customers. What we want to do is create a one-stop shop for not only SIPPIO's products, but for all of our third-party and, as Steve said, all of our friends' products. You're going to come to SIPPIO's house. You're going to see all our friends. We're all going to be, chilling and eating our popcorn and watching TV. But you can have access to everything that we do, in addition to anything that you want to add as well. So we will have this is going to be as we see on the screen, it's going to be coming in the fourth quarter of this year. You'll start to see little changes as we go, eventually coming up to our full marketplace launch. And this is going to be really exciting, because as we continue to grow our portfolio of third-party products, the choice is going to be to you. We're going to put the power in your hands to decide what to offer to who and for how much. So that should really expand on not only what we're doing with SIPPIO, but if your customers have any other any other requirements for their telecommunications, SIPPIO will have everything for them.
Yeah, and I think one of the important things is, so we've launched on Thursday of this week is our Friend Day. So calling beyond, you're going to be able to hear from Tango Networks, from Toll Ring, from Solgari, from ClerkChat. But we're also actively negotiating with other ISVs who have kind of heard that we're working on this and said, "Hey, I want to be a part of this." Some of them were referred to us. Some of them, kind of heard what we were working on and said, "Hey, I want to be a part of it." So you're going to see a steady stream of partnerships that are going to give you options. We may have more than one, call recording option because every customer may want something different, and each vendor offers their own unique spin on the ball. So giving them a place to come into this marketplace, giving you as a partner the ability to quickly add. This is almost like product manager in a box. So to add the products that make sense for your organization and have those quickly and instantly added to your list of available products in Portal for your sub users, your sales reps, and what to quote from is going to be really, really valuable. And it's going to be one of those things where we create, again, further reduce the number of clicks and further empower partners and customers to get out there and succeed and to build a more complete and more robust solution for supporting their end users within the Teams or Zoom environments. So I think this is really exciting stuff. I love the idea of further eliminating clicks instead of this being a standalone app that I've got to go to, then go to Portal to see if it kind of click through. Just making it all part of one-stop shopping, I think is a good adjustment to the strategy that you launched, and I'm really excited to see this hit. You said it's coming in the fourth quarter as a part of the development stream, so that's
Yeah.
great. But there's a companion piece to this. Having a marketplace is great. As a partner, being able to go in and pick and choose what I want to add to my product mix, valuable, but exposing that to the end customer, I think is the next kind of leg of this. And this is really where you guys are working on is also the end customer layer. What does quoting look like? How do we empower self-service for our channel partners so their customers can just go in and buy services? Many of our channel partners, you even heard Microsoft say yesterday, Tamor was talking about, Microsoft is looking to move farther into where the bulk of the market is. They're trying to move down market into the sub 500 seat space. And those customers are typically looking for more empowerment. They're typically looking for a better shopping experience than, having to wait for my rep to, come talk to me and, do the discovery before they go out and create a quote that I could have built in 5 minutes myself. We want to start taking some notes from the consumer experience. When you go to order a new cell phone, for example, you don't have to talk to anybody anymore. You just go to the website and you just order what you want. You add a service plan with telco behind it, and it just works. So, what are you guys working on to better facilitate that level of empowerment to give our channel partners the ability to build that e-commerce storefront and to empower their end customers with self-service and transparency that will tie back into marketplace? I know I'm kind of burying the lead here, but what you guys are doing on the quoting side, can you share a little bit of that?
Absolutely. So we're trying to take a two-pronged approach here. We want to give you the choice of either offering your end customers access to the portal or having the portal come to you. Now, what I mean by that is we're going to be expanding the functionality of our operator CPQ site, or what we call our operator landing page, to make it as easy as shopping on Amazon for your end customer. They can select the product that they want. They'll have full information on that product. They can transact via that landing page, go all the way up even to payment and provisioning as well. So there won't be any need to even go to the partner portal for the end customer. Now, if you do decide to give access to the portal to the end customer, they can absolutely go onto the portal and place the orders from there as well. Do the same thing that we can do right today. Place the order, provision the order, activate the order, publish the order, all in one go. Now, we want to leave that choice up to you. You can either, like we said, we can have the partner portal come to you. So you can have this operator site as an offshoot of your landing page. Everything is controlled from within the partner portal, which is, again, we tried to make it a one-stop shop. So you can select which SKUs to expose, how you want to expose them, the price that you want to expose them at, and how far you want that customer to go. You can go anywhere from the customer selects their products, puts in their contact information, and that's it. Or you can take it all the way to the end, to the provisioning piece, so that the end customer, if you choose, can search for products, purchase the products, provision the product, and activate the product all from within that one pane of glass is how we like to say it. Now, in order to facilitate that, we're going to bring some upgrades to this external site. So you're going to notice some changes in how the products are displayed. It's going to mimic more of how the marketplace is going to look like from within the portal. So it's going to be, more graphical. There's going to be screenshots, videos, and again, customer reviews if you choose to have them. And that again will be completely customizable. You'll be able to select themes, you'll be able to select colors, you'll be able to select special logos, favicons, literally everything. So you can really make that piece your own. You can match your branding so that the customer doesn't even know that we're involved. I mean, sometimes we like to say we're the hidden partner behind you. We're the man behind the curtain. So don't open it. But the power is really in your hands. So we want to make even the external operator site as robust as the partner portal. Now, if you do decide to give your end customers access to the partner portal, you have full branding options with your logo, your URL. We're going to also be bringing in eventually, we're going to be bringing in themes and colors to the partner portal as well to match your branding. And what we're also going to be doing with the portal is expanding our knowledge base to be fully rounded knowledge base. Right now we have our patch notes on there, our release notes. We're going to be putting up training videos, guides, Q&As. We're going to try to make it a one-stop shop for all your portal or SIPPIO questions as well. So that should really help, especially with newer partners who are just getting used to the portal, to help them navigate and let them sort of show them what they need to do when they're ordering or provisioning a product. So essentially, what I'm trying to say is we're going to make it a lot more easier and a lot more customizable. We want to make it, the Amazon experience where you're just adding something to a cart, checking out, provisioning, and you're done. Nice and easy.
Yeah, fast, easy, flexible, right?
Fast, easy, flexible.
So
you said it.
How much do we charge partners for this, George?
As I said before, Domri really went against my recommendation. And we're offering this actually for free. There's no extra cost. This has actually been enabled for all of our partners. So you can actually go into the partner portal right now, into your profile page, configure operator website, and you're able to do that right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is one of the keys. We're enabling e-commerce for all of our channel partners throughout all of the different branches of the channel. You can post this on your website. You can use our CPQ not only to sell SIPPIO product, not only to sell the product from our curated marketplace, but also to add your own product that you source either yourself. So if you're offering your own managed services, your own implementation services, or other things that you may be selling through your distributor, you'll be able to offer those and expose that to your end customer inside of a e-commerce storefront that is fully brandable. It's not going to, carry our SIPPIO logo anywhere on it. And it's all included with our portal. There's no cost if you're a partner to jump in and start offering this and leveraging this as your end customer engagement tool. So I think that's really valuable. This to me is one of the more exciting things. I'm really excited about the AI stuff. I think this is another one of those exciting areas because there's just so much potential for the channel, especially as more and more are starting to look at where's the critical mass that I'm missing. Everybody loves to, kind of go up market. Everybody kind of has these thoughts and dreams of landing, these giant accounts, but the majority of the U.S. Economy, the majority of the global economy is in that mid-market and SMB space, and it requires a different toolkit to get into. Those customers tend to want to be more empowered to make their own choices. They don't necessarily need that hand-holding. And for our service provider customers, this is a double-edged sword because now not only are you slicing on one side to say, hey, I'm going into these other slices of the market with a self-service tool that these customers can just come in and get. I may be ignoring that part of the market because I don't have the resources to support it from a sales perspective, from an activation perspective. But on the other side, as you're slicing back, it frees up your existing resources to focus on the larger opportunities. It increases sales velocity because now you're putting your resources where the wood gets best, right? Where you get the best hit for having that high touch engagement. So really valuable stuff. You guys are doing a great job with this. I'm really excited to see the updates to make it more customer friendly. To, like you said, add to cart instead of kind of thinking of it as a quoting tool. It's going to be more of a shopping tool. So really excited. Thanks, George, for joining us today and sharing a little bit of what you guys are working on over there.
Absolutely.
Again, this is my peer, George Tarzi, Director of Development and Innovation here at SIPPIO. His contact info is on the screen. So if you have any questions about the roadmap, if you'd like a deeper dive on what he's working on and what's in that 100 some odd bullet list of things that are on the roadmap, feel free to reach out to George. And George, before you jump, I'd like to just check the chat really quick.
Sure.
I did thank you, Jib, for putting this into the chat. I was neglecting in the beginning to ask, hey, if you've got questions, put them in the chat. I see my peer Jib did. But if you have questions, feel free to pump them into the chat. We'll answer them now live. Either use chat or the Q&A panel. Let's take a look. So Thomas asks, for direct routing with SIPPIO voice panel, is this for customers configuring direct routing with SIPPIO only?
Yes, that would be direct routing for SIPPIO only. The configuration for Operator Connect doesn't require any PowerShell or anything like that. So all of that can be actually done from within the partner portal and then from within the customer tenant. And with Zoom, they operate a little bit differently where they require an app to actually publish the number directly into Zoom. That's our Phone Connect app. That again is fully automated. So the voice panel is specifically for direct routing, yes.
For direct routing, but just to kind of further clarify the question, if a service provider wanted to use the SIPPIO platform to activate direct routing with their network, is that possible with that in voice panel?
It is possible, yes. So if you're a carrier, for example, and you're bringing in your own numbers, you can absolutely use the voice panel to set up the direct routing, yes.
So it's not just with SIPPIO, it's with service providers if they choose. Eddie asks, can you touch on the network differences between direct routing and Operator Connect? Topology, that's a little geeky, Eddie, so we're gonna hold that one off.
So main network differences. Essentially, the data centers are the same, so you're going to have the same level of redundancy that you are enjoying with direct routing. What you lose from going from direct routing to Operator Connect is that control over where your data is flowing. With Operator Connect, all that is predetermined. That's why it's so much easier to actually provision a number with Operator Connect. Whereas with direct routing, you have more choice. So if you have a customer, for example, that doesn't want their data to flow through certain regions in the world, direct routing might be your best option there because you do have that choice of where that data is flowing. Whereas with Operator Connect, it's more of a baked in, predetermined route. You still get all of the redundancy with our 9 data centers. You just don't really have that much of control over where that data is going. So that is the main differences network-wise between Operator Connect and direct routing. I mean, there are obviously other differences that we can go through, but that's the main one.
So let me bring up an analogy. This is a little bit of a nerd holy war. Operator Connect is kind of like the iPhone. Direct routing is kind of like Android. You have more control over certain things with Android than you do with iOS. It's kind of pre-built, an end user experience kind of wrapped. Operator Connect is kind of like the iPhone. Direct routing is kind of like Android. There are times where you may choose one or the other, or you may just prefer one or the other just for that level of control. Is that
That's
a
a great way of putting it.
fair analogy?
Yeah, it's a fantastic way of putting it, actually.
Kind of went out on a limb there, but and I want to pull right back because those
Yeah, it's
Android
fine.
iOS wars can get pretty ugly pretty quick.
It can, yeah.
Dan asks, will SIPPIO portal show what we are charged per customer and what we need to charge per customer per month?
So yes, in the portal, you will have pricing. You will have your cost. You'll have the selling price, and then you'll have the MSRP. Now, the cost you buy from us obviously is fixed, but those two the selling price is up to you. You can actually completely customize that piece as well. You can also customize if you do have partners below you that have end customers. You can customize that price that that partner pays you per partner as well. So if you have a special deal with a partner, let's say they're a very high volume partner, and you want to give them a little better deal on the service, you can absolutely customize the prices down to that granularity.
Awesome. And this last one, I think, the boss. Hey, George, can you also talk about how Portal can be used to manage any number as a number inventory system?
Absolutely. So the beautiful part about the partner portal number inventory is it's not only for SIPPIO numbers. You can actually put in any number. So you can use that number inventory as a full number inventory for all of your numbers, not just with SIPPIO. Now, not only can you have the numbers there, you can also assign devices to them. So if you want to do more of a hardware, hardware stock check, who has what, you can even go down to serial numbers, so you know exactly which device is with which number. If there are a number of devices per number, you can kind of take an inventory like that as well. So it's again, the number inventory in the portal is fully customizable to not just SIPPIO numbers. You can use any number and keep track of them all on one pane of glass instead of having 5 or 6 spreadsheets spread around with all those numbers and devices and users and addresses, and it can get messy real quick. So we provided a place where you can do that all at once. Not only that, that number inventory can be exported via CSV if you want to take that file and put it into an ERP system or whatever. Totally up to you. We tried to make the portal not only as customizable as possible, but we wanted to make it so that you can take that information that's in the portal, because at the end of the day, it's your information, it's your data. You can take that data and apply it to wherever you'd like.
Awesome. And the last point, I just want to reinforce this, Don Marie points out, um, any product or service can be added to the catalog, like phones, Zoom licenses, pro services, pizzas, etc. Now you got me thinking pizza.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's one of the key points, is that we're going to create a curated marketplace. So our channel partners and our service providers can bring their or can create their own product mixes. They can pick exactly which solutions they want to bring to market with their customers, but ultimately anybody can be in our marketplace, whether it's broadly across the top. We're going to, have an open marketplace where you can submit for consideration, but also within your own little domain, you can add your own products and services. So your sales reps can have one-stop shopping for quoting. So, you don't have to quote SIPPIO here and maybe SIPPIO and SIPPIO text messaging here, but then I got to go over here to, add my Zoom licenses or to add, Yealink phones. You can have everything inside of that platform. Our platform is designed with end-tier architecture. So what you add, if you don't want to expose it to anybody else, is just for you and everybody that's underneath you, for your, partner, for your sellers, for your customers that you give access to Portal. It really is flexibility, and it really is empowering channel partners to have a full e-commerce offer. Expose it on their website, add it to your quoting tools, give your reps one stop to basically build out a quote with whatever you want to add, even pizzas. So George, I know we're approaching the top of the hour. I want to thank you for joining. This is a great session. Really excited to see the AI stuff. Really excited to see what you guys do with voice panel and those storefronts. So,
Thank you.
no problem. Thank you. So just to give you guys a quick review of the agenda, tomorrow is Partner Day for Fleet Week. So we're going to welcome in our partners to, kind of take a tour. So in the morning, we're going to be talking service providers. We're going to talk to you about the benefits of Operator Connect, how we can help you as an accelerator if you want to enter this marketplace. If you're in the marketplace or you're joining, you're going to learn about how you can leverage the SIPPIO platform to help you augment and enhance your existing infrastructure. So if you've already made investments in things like security, border controllers, and all sorts of other things, you don't have throwaway investments. You can consume as little or as much of the SIPPIO platform as you want. And we'll talk about how our beyond the technology, we help you succeed and accelerate in this marketplace with marketing support, with market insights, with collateral to help you accelerate sales velocity. In the afternoon, our resellers, channel partners. You want to join this event if you're curious about the market, if you are still kind of seeing Teams as an obstacle to selling unified communications instead of an opportunity to help your customers better leverage the platform, make sure you attend that session in the afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern. Launch with SIPPIO will give you everything you need to know about how to enable conversations in Teams for your customers with higher lucrative commercials than anything that's in the market. Thursday is our friend day. So I'm really excited to welcome Tango Networks, Toll Ring, Solgari, and Clerk Chat to join us in Fleet Week to talk to you about their offers, why we chose each one of these vendors to help us better create a more complete Teams experience while maintaining that modularity. So one size never fits all. You can pick and choose exactly what each user needs, and you can pick and choose what your customer wants. They may not necessarily want calling right out of the gate. There's no prerequisites. And then Friday, we're going to close it all up. If you're a channel partner, join us in the morning to learn more about SIPPIO Bridge, technical details, positioning, and everything else you're going to need to know about the offer. So this way you can help your customers, especially those upmarket, with creating a bridge to their modern communications without requiring them to jump the canyon at a single leap. And then finally, we'll close it all up on Friday afternoon, usher in the weekend, and really celebrate as the fleet goes back out to sea, so to speak. So again, this was Steve Forkham, Director of Program Management here at SIPPIO. I want to welcome or thank my peer, George Tarzai, Director of Innovation here at SIPPIO, and thank you for attending this session to learn more about what we're doing, where we're going, and all the great questions you've asked. Thanks.
Thank you so much, everybody.